If it's got wheels, it's gotta be on ZigWheels. And if it's a car that's at the Delhi Auto Expo, it sure as shoot helps if it's something that you can buy in the near future. And your eyes do not fool you, because the car that you see in front of you, the 360M, is something that MG could pit right up against the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga, the XL6 and even the Mahindra Marazzo. So how exactly can it do that? Well, it won't be necessarily doing that with its style quotient. Yes, you do have some distinctive elements like the signature MG grille. You've even got these headlamps with projectors inside them, and over to the side, you can even spot that the rear door, well, that's much like the Ertiga. You have to wonder how on earth is it that wide. And as you move towards the back, you find that the rear, well, it's relatively sober in terms of its styling, isn't it? And that's not really being contrasted much by those roof rails which are trying to lend it some amount of SUV ambitions. And let's talk about the wheels as well, right? It's got a nice and funky design, but yeah, in the whole context of the overall size of the car, it does seem like the tires are maybe a size small. So overall, this car's design, it's not so much over the top that it is low-key and on the down low, as you can tell by the sloping pillar which drops down into the lower half and makes it seem like they slapped on the MPV ambition onto something that could have been a sedan. Well, the cabin, it's a pretty nice place to be in, I've got to admit, and there are some unique touches to it. For example, the driver's seat, ooh, power adjustable, pretty cool, huh? You've even got this up top, a sunroof. So I bet that's tickled the fancy of a lot of you. And that aside, if you look at the overall dashboard, the quality is not half bad, not really setting any new benchmarks, but a nice place and a very unique thing to look at. And that aside, apart from all the features that we've already mentioned, it seems more like you've got more of the standard fare. So you've got a digital instrument cluster, a touchscreen infotainment system, and of course, rear AC vents along with the air conditioning system. But what I really like about the 360M, and I'm not saying this just because I'm completely exhausted, is the back seat. It's a pretty decent place to be in. The cabin quality is not half bad. The seats are pretty comfortable, and I've got individual armrests for the captain's seats at the back. I've got a very airy cabin, and yeah, it just feels like a nice and pretty quaint place to be in. Although I won't say that it's really beating the Ertiga or more specifically the Marazzo and the XL6 in any specific way. And back there, well, it's more standard fare. Yes, this is not a 7 but a 6-seater, and that last row of seats, the 50-50 split, well, they're best suited for children or maybe adults over short journeys. So yeah, again, more of the standard issue and nothing out of the ordinary, but not bad either. And with all 6 seats occupied, you've got adequate room for maybe 2 trolley bags or duffel bags. And of course, if you've got lower number of occupants in the cabin, you can always just drop down one of these seats and you've got more space opening up. All right. Now let's talk about engine options. Well, in international markets, this is available with a 1.5-litre petrol engine that's good for about 110 horsepower and little over 146 Newton meters of torque. Now, is this going to come to India? What price is it going to be coming at? When is it going to come to India? That's all information that we might get from MG at a later stage. For now, this is largely coming in for feedback and trying to gauge what customers expect from their car. This thing's definitely got some cool touches like that sunroof and even the powered driver's seat. What else would you like to see in the 360M to convince you to choose it over the proven crop?